back and welcome to a new video on Paleobotany. Paleontology is study of fossils and Paleobotany is study of only plant fossils. It's a very important branch of science, and the main focus of this branch of science is to study the plant fossils. And fossils are important in order to understand the origin and evolution of plant life, even the animal life on the earth. It is also important to understand the paleo environment, the environment in which the ancient organisms, plants and animals were living. It is rather difficult to define the word fossil. The word fossil is derived from fodir, to mean to dig up. Originally, the word fossil means anything that you get when you dig the earth was considered fossil. Later, the meaning of the word has changed. Fossil, the word was restricted only to the organic matter that you obtain when you dig the earth. Fossils actually are the imprints of plants and animals in the womb of the earth. Fossils are actually the remains of plants and animals that existed, that lived in the past. The earth was formed about 4.5 billion years back. The life originated on the earth about 3.5 billion years back, but the initial form of life was maybe unicellular or even more simpler. Plant life started originating and evolving around 500 million years back during the Cambrian period. Whatever plant life, whatever animal life that existed on the earth for the last 3.5 billion years has been preserved and conserved in the womb of the earth. The study of these fossils is what is paleobotany or paleontology, and the plant remains, the animal remains that are preserved in the womb of the earth, in the rocks, are called fossils. So let us study the different types of fossils and the process of fossilization in this video. Types of fossils. The most common type of fossil is an impression. When a plant or animal, let us say a leaf, is placed on the soil, which is very, very soft, made up of clay and silt, and in the course of time, several layers of soil is sedimented over this plant or animal, the impressions of the plant or animal is preserved as imprints on the rock. For example, I will show you, this is an impression. You can see here there is an impression of a leaf on a rock. Actually, it is a nodule. These are the examples for impressions, plant impressions on the rock. In case of impressions, only the external features of plants or animals are preserved. You can see here the imprints of leaf are preserved on the rock here. It's an impression, and you can see here also there's an impression of leaf, and you can also see here this is Glossopteris. It's a very important fossil. Here also you can see the impression of a leaf. So in case of impression, the organic matter is not seen. Only the imprints, only the external features are seen. There are different types again under impression. You have cast and mold, impressions, and you have nodule. Actually, this is a nodule. There will be a spherical type of, there is a spherical or oval type of rock in which the leaf is preserved inside. When you break it open, you will see the lower surface imprinted on one side and the upper surface imprinted on the other. So it is a fossil of the type called nodule, where you can see the impression. So the impressions are the most common type of fossils. This is called petrification or petrifaction, the other type of fossil formation. In case of petrification or petrifaction, the plant or animal is completely converted into a rock, where the organic matter is completely replaced by inorganic matter. Petrification means formation of rock by infiltration, and that is why the entire stem of or tree trunk is completely forming a fossil, and this is called petrification. The third most common type of fossil is compression fossil. When the plants or animal, usually when the plants are preserved in a basin, if there is layers and layers of soil that is formed, rocks that are formed, because of this high pressure and temperature is created in this region, and thus the plants are preserved in the basin. And these plants will completely convert into compression fossil, and this is the best example for this is coal, lignite and peat, also coal ball and paper coal. In all these cases, the plant material is preserved in the form of a fossil, where plant material is completely compressed. All the other organic matter of the plant disappears, only carbon will remain. In case of a high quality coal, which is a compression fossil, 90 to 97% of it contains carbon. All the other matter disappears. So, cast and molds are the other type of fossils in which the plant or animal material of fossils are preserved, and you get a three-dimensional structure of the plant or animal. But you are only seeing the external features and you are not seeing the organic matter. Plant or animal is completely covered by the sedimentary material. Only impressions are left behind. In case of a mold, there is a cavity. In case of a cast, there is no cavity. That is the difference between cast and mold. The last category of fossils is called mummification or mummified fossils, where the organisms are completely preserved. They are preserved in special environments like amber, ice. The most common method of preserving fossils by mummification is in case of a resin or in case of an ice. So in ice and in resin or gum of plants, the plants or animals are completely preserved. You can even obtain the DNA from the plant or animal, and this kind of a fossil is called an amber if it is preserved in a gum or resin, or it's a mummified fossil if it is preserved in ice. This is an example to show how mummification occurs. Actually, this is not a fossil, it is an artifact. Here, the Selaginella is preserved inside the liquid plastic. But normally what happens is a plant or animal is preserved in gum and resin. There are some plants, like there are some gymnosperms, they produce gum and resin, which is liquid in the beginning. And when it is in the liquid form, plants or animals are embedded in this, they are entrapped in this. It's a very sterile environment, they won't undergo decomposition. Very rapidly, within a few hours, the liquid gum or resin becomes solid, and thus the plants or animals are preserved inside the gum or resin, and this is called amber, and it is one of the best forms of fossil because you can obtain even the DNA from the plant or animal which is preserved in an amber. Similarly, plants and animals are also preserved in the ice, deep in the ice, which can be extracted or which can be excavated and which can be studied.